teams coming in with 2 game-winning streaks on the line, so we know one will come to an end today. It's the Jaguars going up against the Cardinals. With that, let's get you out to Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 9 matchup.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, it's Yeldon. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll give Yeldon another crack. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Here we go now.
Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up.
Brandon, this is why I'm really glad I'm sitting up here next to you. It's awfully tempting to go for it right here, isn't it? But it's been a great drive. On the road, you've got to come away with at least 3 points. Kick the field goal.
So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point kicker. Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here in this situation. They stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Trying to shake off the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Let's go. What? None. Hey. What? None. Ohio.
Back to throw here. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And he's eventually brought down, but not before he reaches the 39, just shy of the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete over the middle. Safarian-Jenkins. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And it's 4th and 4.
Miles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And it's a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Little motion now from the tight end. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
No matter what defense is called versus a running play, linebackers are telling the defensive guys up front, you take care of the offensive line, keep us uncovered, let us run to the ball, we'll make big plays. Well, that paid off there. All the guys up front, the big fellas, they controlled the 5 offensive linemen. That allowed the linebackers to see the openings, sprint through the gap, and snuff that play out in a hurry.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well. Showed it right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Coach hinted to us that we may see some old power football here in this game. We got a taste of it on that first down run.
I love how he hinted it to us. And then when we were watching practice, we were watching what they call inside drill with the offensive and defensive line. And they kept putting more defenders on the other side and saying, block that. I don't care how many guys are in there. I want to run the football this week. And, boy, it has paid off for them in this game.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room to maneuver. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. This from 44 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And quickly, they get to the line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. They got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll look to throw here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. And they'll go on the ground. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They come up in an offset eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Ooh, long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 1-9.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding time. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turned into a play action.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 56 yards. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up. Not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better lines.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It'll wind up going as a sack and a loss of 2. And now the task gets more difficult here on 3rd and goal. They're going to, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. This will be caught at about the 6. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And in the 3rd quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 66 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Out to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
They come up in an offset eye. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And a loose football. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Let's go. What? Ohio.
Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Arizona. 51 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. He'll drop to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one good for 12 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on fourth. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, that decision paid off indeed. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Backing up. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Their big-bodied receiver, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Flushed out right. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long.
Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Ohio.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the two tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Second down now after the pass completion. Now a handoff looking right, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he got it! The kick is gone, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And the Cardinals win it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Cardinals, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.
I be shooting down the city, block the latest gears. When she wait, you see that sun in the air. Fashion week all year, throwing money in the air. She's happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah. And my love tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. But she got me lifted. And my tripping. She's so. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Take a breath, inhale, exhale, now breathe, baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Hey baby, baby, hey baby. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, let's take a breath and breathe, baby. Excuse her while she kisses the sky. 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 Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Just a bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Yeah. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky to some old hang. Nothing been stuck in the mud that we can't hook up to a rusty chain in the sun or in the rain. Yeah, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty south, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long. Bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight. Straight out of moonlight. Woo! Hey.